in the continent of Africa now and in the diaspora, many African people put skin lightener on their skin. When they put skin lightener on their skin, the skin reacts, the natural skin reacts by making the area often more melanised. So the instinct is, right, you're trying to stop me from manifesting what I naturally am, so I'm going to manifest stronger. That's what happens. But then eventually, if you keep doing it, eventually you kill those cells, and you end up with the skin lightening process. So in the same way with the child's nature, there are many people who are born into African families who have an African spirit innately manifested in a very strong form. These children are often subject to physical, mental and spiritual abuse by parents and family members who are attempting to destroy the African spirit, but not knowing that that's what they're doing, right? So by straightening their hair and with chemicals that poisons their hair, lightening their skin, feeding evangelical radical Christianity or evangelical radical Islam into their subconscious so they can't think straight, not giving the children time to grow and learn by themselves, quiet time, constantly filling up their time with degenerate, corrupt aunties, uncles, peer group family pressure who fill up these children's time with errands and activities which effectively might turn the child into a servant and not into an independent, objectively thinking person. The feeding of the child waste and corrupt food so that it doesn't have the right sustenance to grow how it's supposed to grow. And the child grows disfigured, deformed, because it's been fed the wrong food, both physically, mentally and spiritually. So all of those things are the kind of things that too many people of African descent in the diaspora and in the continent of Africa do to their children. They don't like it when the child is quiet. Why is my child quiet? I want it to be animated. Why is my child crying? If a child doesn't cry, the presumption is, well, the child should be crying. It doesn't need to cry. Perhaps the child doesn't want to cry. Why does the child like the company of themselves? The question might be asked about how should one raise one's children? It's not the same for every child because every single child will be different. Therefore, their nature will be different. What they have instinctively inside of them will also be different. If you believe, as some people do, that these children are often the reborn ancestors of a parent or ancestor from before the time that they are now manifested in corporal form, such people can be born and they will be your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-grandmother. Or they might in fact be a child that's been cut into pieces and scattered across the earth. It might be any of those things, or none. It might just be an ordinary person, yes, that wants to manifest ordinariness, doesn't want to be exceptional, wants to be ordinary. So children manifest all different forms. The important thing is to help that child manifest what that child can manifest, to be the child best that child can be. That requires careful attention, concentration, and awareness of self before one even touches the child. Because before what you even get near a child, if you yourself are so filthy, how can you be then near that child? You just spread the filth to the child. As a cleaner vessel, you can relate to the child through the vessel or the prism of that vessel as a mirror rather than a projection. Now, when you do that, that might be in contravention to everything that your parents have told you, because your parents may be intending on shaping that child in a particular way, which may not be where the child actually needs to go. The child may need to go somewhere else. But only by careful attention will you be able to see that. Africanus.